Hello, this is Janet Michael. In addition to hosting The Valley Today each weekday at noon on the River 95.3, I also produce podcasts, and I'm excited to introduce you to a new podcast series in partnership with Lord Fairfax Community College. Having provided higher education and career training for the past half-century, LFCC is tightly interwoven into the fabric of the Northern Shenandoah Valley and Piedmont regions. Join me every week for conversations with current and former students to hear their funny and inspiring stories as we learn about their journey to higher education, the role that LFCC has played, where they are now, and where they plan to go. We'll also talk to current and former professors about their experiences and best memories of LFCC over the past 50 years. Get every single episode as they're released on our website at theriver953.com under the podcast tab, or you can subscribe for free in Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, on Spotify, Amazon Music, wherever you listen to podcasts. Just search for LFCC Stories. Hello and welcome to The Valley Today. I am your host, Janet Michael. Happy Tourism Tuesday as you're listening to the show today. We, however, have pre-recorded our conversation on a Monday morning. Justin Kearns is joining me on the Zoom screen along with a return guest, and I'm pretty excited. Jill is here from Ravenwood Faire, and Jill, you were here for your first Renaissance Festival last October, and I am over the moon excited that you're having it again.
Ooh, so are we. Very excited.
So Justin, I remember you reached out to me and you were on this, you had this conundrum because you have this rule of sorts that you don't like to bring the same guest on more than once, but
we have so much here. There's so much.
Yes.
It's hard to have one person kind of suck up the month, but we have so few events going on right now. I was so excited. Everybody is so excited to hear that's actually an event going on. It's a nice, big, wide open space. And so we felt very comfortable promoting this because this is a good, we went last year and there was no COVID going on last year and there was still plenty of space around and, breeze and all this stuff. So we felt safe last year. So definitely want to promote this year. Yeah, I'm so excited that we have an event going on and that this is a really cool event. And
Jill, you've made a few changes because of COVID, I would assume. You've probably got a whole list of COVID protocols and guidelines, safety things that you've put in place. But before we get into all of that, tell me when and where it is.
So it is October 31st, which is this Saturday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the Frederick County Fairgrounds, 250 Fairground Road in Clearbrook, Virginia.
And so last year it was 2 days. This year it's one. Is that because of COVID, it's a little bit easier, or did you just find that maybe one day is good in our current environment?
Both, both really. We felt that it was safest to do it for the one day. So that's what we chose for this year.
So what was it like last year? I mean, did you have, Justin talked about how, the fairgrounds are pretty large. So even if you had a couple thousand people there, it probably wouldn't have looked like a couple of thousand people because of the room that you have at the fairgrounds. But how was the festival last year?
It was amazing. The people coming out, the number of people was great. Total over the weekend, we had over 2,600 people. We couldn't get an exact count because we did have the children 12 and under that were free last year. So it was hard to keep track, but this year we have to, of course, be careful of how many people we have at the fair. So we will know exactly.
Well, and now you've got 1 year under your belt. I mean, I remember how nervous you were going into this, having never really put one on yourself all on your own before. Now you've got a whole year with 2 days worth of experience under your belt. How excited are you about this weekend?
Very excited. Still nervous. You never know. Still nervous, but very excited.
Are there a lot of things that you're keeping from last year to this year?
There are a few vendors that came back. There are a few entertainers as well that came back, as well as new, which is wonderful. Due to, like Justin said, the lack of events going on. a lot of the vendors were anxious to have, participation in a fair. So I did get quite a few people reaching out to me this year. So that made it easier for me too.
So if somebody is listening and they're not overly familiar with a Renaissance festival of sorts, explain, kind of walk them through what they can expect and what it's going to be like.
So a Renaissance fair is really a walk back in time. We want people to experience how it was back in the Renaissance times. The dress, the food. There will be, I'm trying to think, the knights, of course, jousting. That's always a crowd pleaser. Also, we will have knights that will be combating, showing how the combat was back then. We also have some bow and arrow, a more interactive this year. We did feel last year that there were some things that we needed to tweak, of course. And this year we have some more interactive, which is exciting.
And this is a family event. So this is a great way for parents to sneak some history lessons in on their kids if they come out to the event on Saturday.
Right, exactly. Sneak it in there and they don't know it, right?
I wonder if there's an SOL we can cover here with this. I wonder if there's we can write this in here. There's an SOL somewhere with history, with something that we can cover. We can look into that.
Justin, you've been to Renaissance fairs before, and you were pretty excited when you went last year. What was your favorite part?
Well, my daughter she's in the Irish dance thing, so she performed last year. Our favorite thing that I think collectively, we really like the jousting. Like the kids absolutely love the jousting and being able to see that. And they really got into it. The performers really got into it. They're professionals. And then the crowd really got into it and we're cheering for this and that. And I know that that's kind of the low hanging fruit and the kind of the biggest thing, but it's so much fun to be able to see that with the horses, and it's really bigger than life. I mean, you see it on TV and it's this little thing on the TV and you're like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. But in life, I mean, horses are huge, heavy things. These are big guys up on this is like big, heavy hitting stuff. And you're like, wow, you don't realize kind of the magnitude of what all of this is until it's right in front of your face. And it's really cool. I mean, they're professionals that do it, but they totally get into it with the accents and it's really fun. It's really, really fun.
So, Jill, how does one become proficient at jousting? I mean, I can't imagine. How hard was it for you to find people that could come and perform like this?
So we were very lucky. I'm originally from New Jersey, so we started out young. I was going to the New York Renaissance Festival. And interestingly enough, I was able to reach out to them. And this was last year, they were free and we were able to get them, and we're having them again this year. They really enjoyed working with us and we really enjoyed working with them, and we've got them again this year.
I know one of your concerns last year was having this event and being in competition with so many of the other Renaissance fairs that were happening. I'm guessing some of them aren't happening because of COVID. Did it make it easier for you to be able to find vendors and people to come and participate?
A little bit, yes, because of that, for sure. I think Pennsylvania was the only Ren Fair, within a 2-hour radius of here that did have their fair. Unfortunately, Virginia and Maryland, were not able to have theirs.
So what kinds of guidelines are you putting in place from a COVID perspective?
So we are allowed 1,000 people maximum occupancy. So we will be counting. We have the front desk, the front ticket people who will be with clickers counting the people coming in. We also have signs posted everywhere of, staying within 6 feet, apart from each other. We have sanitizing stations. We have hand washing stations. I have people who will be going around and wiping down the high touch areas, especially, the porta potties and those areas as well.
It adds a whole new dimension to putting on a festival, doesn't it?
It does. It being outside too is going to be, very helpful, of course. We do have the one area, which is where we do the kitchen, the burgers and hot dogs and that sort of thing. That also, we're going to be blocking that off so people can only purchase the food and have it outside. So it's a completely 100% outdoor festival.
And that makes it a whole lot easier. And from what I gather, I know we're a week out and my husband always laughs, oh, that's too far away. You can't believe a weather forecast. It looks like you've got a really good weather forecast coming for this weekend.
Yes. Crossing fingers and toes.
It's supposed to be gorgeous, sunny. The hurricane will have gone through on Thursday and Friday. So maybe a little bit, the ground might be soft a little bit, but we'll, I guess, work with that. I know it's going to be cool. So people are going to look at the forecast and go, okay, it's going to be like 50, like low 50s, but that's good because you normally wear a lot of stuff. If you get dressed up and you can get some odoriferous folks if you have all the really big, heavy garb. So I think that low 50s is going to be fantastic. Actually, is going to be a perfect temperature for this.
Exactly. And you encourage people, don't you, Jill, to dress in period costume if they have it to come out, even if they're just coming to walk around and enjoy the festival themselves.
Yes, absolutely. That's the fun of it, getting dressed up and seeing, a lot of people, that's what they prepare for all year long, buying things from different vendors and putting costumes together and switching them out. And it's the whole, the fun of it.
And it's on Halloween, so you already have all this stuff.
There you go. Exactly. We're sure there will be, some Batmans running around and, that sort of thing. And it's all good.
Let's take a quick break. When we come back, Jill, can you walk me through some of the activities? Tell me about the food. Are you going to have live music? We'll talk about how people can get tickets and get into the details. I was going to say the meat of things because I know Justin's going to want to talk about turkey legs.
Yes.
So can we do all
Everybody's
of that?
Everybody's going to want to talk about turkey legs. Okay.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to continue our conversation. For Tourism Tuesday, Justin Kearns is on the Zoom screen with me. He, of course, is the tourism director for the Winchester Frederick County Convention and Visitors Bureau. Also joining us is Jill from Ravenwood Faire. We're going to talk more about her event that's happening this Saturday, October 31st from 11 to 7. It's a Renaissance Festival at the Frederick County Fairgrounds. We're going to get more details about that when we come back in just a couple of minutes.
Do you know anyone who is struggling with financial hardships because of coronavirus? Our new webinar called Coping with the Money Crunch can help. We'll talk about immediate options to consider, revising or creating a spending plan, and lots of community resources. Then we'll cover how to narrow your priorities, contact creditors, and avoid scams and risky loans. The webinar is free, and you can either join by phone or through Zoom on a smartphone, tablet, or computer. You can find out more by visiting the Northern Shenandoah Valley Financial Education Program on Facebook or calling Karen Poff at 540-635-4549. Let me show you how to make your own plan or help someone you care about get through the crisis. Call 635-4549 or visit at NSV Financial Education on Facebook today.
Welcome back to the Valley today. I am your host, Janet Michael. Happy Tourism Tuesday as you're listening to the show today. We, however, have pre-recorded our conversation on the Zoom screen. Shocking, I know, on a Monday morning. Justin Kearns is staring at me on the screen from the Winchester Frederick County Convention and Visitors Bureau. Joining him is Jill from the Ravenwood Faire. She is a return guest because she is coming back to tell us about her Renaissance Festival that is happening Saturday, October 31st at the Fairgrounds, Frederick County Fairgrounds from 11 to 7. And Jill, we were talking before we went to break about all of the things that people will be able to do. And I joked about the turkey legs. So first and foremost, there will be food at the festival on Saturday, right?
Yes, there will be. Last year, our vendor did not realize how important the turkey leg is to the Ren Fair people. The first thing you do is you walk in, you get a turkey leg, you get a cider or a drink, and that's it. That starts it off, and the rest of the day is golden.
And who do you have doing the turkey legs this year?
We have Schaefer's Barbecue that will be doing the turkey legs this year.
That just got another 60 or 70 people to come.
Oh, easily, yeah.
As well as their barbecue too, they're going to have there as well.
And you mentioned a second ago, hamburgers, hot dogs. So there's going to be a wide range of food. If the kids really aren't that interested in turkey legs, they can still get a hamburger or a hot dog. So you've got all your bases covered there.
We also have pizza from Pizzoco Pizza. They're coming this year. They're a new addition to the family. Yeah.
They have excellent pizza.
And then Creative Concessions, of course, is having all the funnel cake, the deep fried Oreos, the pickles, the pretzels, all that fun stuff.
There you go.
And Crim's Concessions is going to be the kettle corn guy again this year. He's awesome.
And that always smells good walking around when you can smell the kettle corn going on in the background.
Yeah, exactly.
So you mentioned cider because that's the other piece of it. I mean, mead, things along those lines. What are you going to have by way of drinkable concessions?
Oh, lots of good stuff. So we've got Misty Mountain Mead Works, who's providing their mead. Yeah.
I love him.
Fun flavors. Yeah, he's awesome. We have Winchester Cider Works, who's going to be providing the cider. They will also have a tent this year.
You probably could have kept them away. If
Exactly. And then Winchester Brew Works, they will be joining us as well again this year. So, and of course for the kiddies, we've got the soda, we've got water, good stuff like that as well.
And Justin, this has got to check so many different boxes for you because when she's putting on a festival, the magnitude that this is going to be, and she's using local people, our local cider works, our local breweries, our local mead makers, that really does makes your job a whole lot easier.
It does. I mean, this kind of an event is wonderful for us from a tourism standpoint. People will travel. It's a very specialty type thing. People will travel a long way to go to this, and they will spend nights in our hotels. The vendors, some of the the specialty vendors like the performers, they will come from further away, so they'll fill up some hotel rooms too. So that's fantastic. But Jill has done a great job just cultivating all these local relationships with our local vendors, and we have so many locals that like to get involved with this as well. So it kind of ticks off all the marks for a really good tourism event for us. So we definitely love this, and we appreciate that she's doing it.
So Jill, from a vendor perspective, will people be there selling things that they've made? I mean, what kind of shopping? Because, I always have to figure out how to work shopping into any of my experiences. So what kind of shopping opportunities will I have?
Well, so we've got several different people this year. Again, some new, some from last year. We've got a gentleman who is selling Norse and Celtic inspired reproductions. A lot of Viking type stuff. Circlets, capes, tarot cards, rune stones, crystal balls, that sort of thing as well. Yeah. We have a gentleman who makes wooden toys from the period as well. Stained glass. We have the glass blower, actually, who's coming back again from last year. A lot of people really enjoyed watching him. It was great, the whole educational aspect of it as well. And then we have Refiner's Forge, a gentleman who is coming with a mobile forging unit, and he will be forging for people, in front of people, which will be great as well.
Nice.
And that's the other cool part, because there are a lot of these people that are coming, they're doing demonstrations. I mean, we talked a minute ago or in the first segment about the activities and the interaction with the jousting and things like that, but there are real life demonstrations that people can watch how they used to do things back in the day.
And then buy the stuff when they make it.
Yeah. Right, exactly. Yeah, all of these people will have their products, for sale as well. We have a chandler this year who is going to show how to make candles with beeswax, and then you can make one yours as well, and then able to take it home.
So I've written down cape and crystal ball because those are the two things that I think I can't live without. So Justin mentioned in the first segment too that his daughter was performing at last year's festival. Are you going to have live music again this year?
Yes, we are. We're going to have Kilts and Daggers. They were a Irish band that played last year, and Rich Fillet, who is Baldric the Balladeer. He will be playing as well.
Rich is amazing. So you can't go. You have checked so many boxes between my mead guy and Schaefer's barbecue. Yeah, you were doing this right.
Thank you. We hope so.
So where can people get tickets? I mean, this isn't a free event, obviously. I mean, we've been gushing about it for a while, but how much are tickets and where can people get them?
So tickets are $20 a person. You can get them at ravenwoodfaire.us. That's Ravenwood Faire. The Fair has an E at the end. It's $20 for adults, $15 for children, and 6 and under are free.
And a portion of the proceeds are also being donated back to breast cancer awareness for this particular event too, aren't they?
Yes, ma'am. We did that last year due to, of course, it being a personal issue with myself. So this year we are donating again a portion of the proceeds. Yes.
And you said they double the?
Yeah. So since October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, any donations that they receive, they double.
Which is fantastic. I wonder how much of a donation I would have to make to them in order to see Justin on a horse with a jouster thing in his hand.
You don't want to get me killed. I am not an expert at that. Although they have the thing where you can get the sword and you can fight the.
Yes, that's another. It's strike a knight. Fighting a knight. There's fight a knight where you can actually duel with a knight. And then there's strike a knight with arrows that, of course, have the dulled, point to them. And there will be a knight dressed in full armor, and you get to shoot at him.
He doesn't want to do that.
Can you go wrong? I mean, we're in the middle of a pandemic. Who doesn't want to shoot arrows at somebody at some point during the day these days?
Exactly.
So, Justin, do you have I don't want to call it an outfit because I don't think that's the right word. Is it a costume? I mean, do you have period attire that you wear?
Well, for Halloween several years ago, I bought this Fezzik outfit from The Princess Bride. So I remember. So that's what I had my Fezzik outfit last year. So I might just do that. Stop laughing. So I might just.
Yeah, the image. I remember that photo. It is all coming back to me now. I can't even. It was a very bad Seinfeld episode is what that picture looked like.
I have my Fezzik outfit, so there we go. I might be Fezzik again. Yeah.
And so, Jill, you do encourage people to come, in their regular clothes. Again, we mentioned this is on Halloween, so if somebody wants to come as Batman or Spider-Man or Iron Man or any of those, they can. So it's pretty much just come however you want and enjoy the day.
Exactly. All are welcome.
You'll have seasoned people that can tell you can get some tips, and then you'll have people just walking around in their clothes, whatever. So if you don't have an outfit, don't feel like you're not welcome or don't feel like you're not going to fit in, because there's going to be plenty of people walking around with no outfits on.
And it's cool too, because that the people that come completely dressed to the period are also going to be great people that if you bring your kids, you can walk up to them and say, can you explain to my son or daughter why you're wearing XYZ and what that means? It really is interactive, regardless of whether it's an actual formal demonstration that's set up.
Yes, that's the whole idea. The educational portion of it as well is great. If you walk away understanding a little bit more about the Renaissance times, then there we go. I have accomplished what I wanted.
People are always in the best mood at Renaissance festivals. Like, everybody is in a good mood at the Renaissance Festival.
Because you got a turkey leg in one hand and a thing of meat in the other. How can you be in a bad mood walking around that way?
Exactly. Right.
There you go.
So the event is Saturday, October 31st, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., Frederick County Fairgrounds, which is on the other side of Winchester at Clearbrook, my old stomping grounds. And people can buy their tickets where again?
On our website, ravenwoodfair.us.
And you're going to have to limit, obviously, to 1,000 because of the governor's orders from a COVID-19 perspective. Are people going to be able to buy their tickets at the gate if they get there, or should they just get them in advance to be on the safe side?
We encourage that you get them ahead of time. This way, because of the limit, you're guaranteed to get in.
So, Justin, before we wrap up, anything else going on? Anything happening that I need to know about in and around Winchester, Frederick County?
Well, we actually have a couple of things going on. I think the Discovery Museum has an all-day thing on Halloween. So I think the Discovery Museum has something, and they've got the thing that we were talking about that we couldn't really talk about we still can't really talk about, but it's happening. So it is definitely happening. I got the email that it's all a go. So the really cool thing that's going to happen on the roof of Discover Fusion is definitely a go, and they've signed a contract, and so they're going to do the thing they're going to do. So
I sense a live show coming with all of us on the roof, kicking it off, and video and the whole 9 yards.
I am excited. Yes, we'll do that. There are kind of spotty things here and there going on. So if you just go to visitwinchesterva.com, click on the calendar, then you'll see what's going on.
Awesome. Well, we are going to wrap up our conversation for Tourism Tuesday. Today, we have been chatting on the Zoom screen with Justin Kearns from the Winchester Frederick County Convention and Visitors Bureau. Jill has also joined us from Ravenwood Faire. Again, that event is this Saturday, October 31st, 11 a.m., 7 p.m., Frederick County Fairgrounds out near Clearbrook, right next to Stonewall Elementary School. So if you need landmarks to figure out how to get to places, Stonewall Elementary School. If you get to the ballparks, you've gone too far. So if you get to Clearbrook Park, turn around and go back the other way. And you can get tickets for that at Ravenwood Faire with an E on the end.us. I'll put links to all of this up in the show notes page. Thank you both I know we had some technical issues before we got started, but thank you both for hanging in there and meeting me on the Zoom screen today.
If you hadn't said that, nobody would have known.
I know, right?
Thank you so much.
I will be back tomorrow. We are meeting the new Winchester City Manager on the show tomorrow. Dan Hoffman is our guest as part of the Valley Business Today in partnership with the Top of Virginia Regional Chamber. So we have already recorded that show and had a great conversation with Dan. And he talks a little bit about his family and his kids and what his hopes are for his position now as the new Winchester City Manager. So meet me back here tomorrow just a few minutes after noon, and I will have that conversation ready to go for you.